Hi, I'm Dave, and this is my personal filming contribution for our production, Hunter. First of all, I'm going to describe to you the filming process. The filming process was, I believe me and Ben found it more difficult than our preliminary task. Because the problem, while it differs from our preliminary task, is our preliminary task could be filmed at any time of day. There was no really set day. Although it looked better in the light, it could work in midday, dusk, or dark. The problem with this production is we were sort of pigeonholed into the dark section. Just that doesn't really matter. The dark section. So filming had to be done about 4:30 if you want to film. We've had some outside sequences we had to film, and we have an hour slot to film outside sequences in between 4:30 and 5:30, and about 5:30 to go on to 6. Because that was the region, let's call it, where it was not too light, but it looked weird, but not too dark, but it looked unseeable. So this made filming outside sequences extremely difficult for us, because we would get, say, the first 2 done in that hour, the first 2 sequences, but then when we went back to film the next ones, there's a different light. Some of the shots at the end of it are darker than the start of the beginning. The next one, we had to do a lot of rejigging of how we filmed, and plans of what we had to film. We had like a set plan, like we're going to do these shots this day, these shots this day, these shots this day. We sort of had to rejig that quite a lot, because in the end it was sort of, we had to just do shots where we had light, or leave some shots for later that can be filmed inside. But anyway, so that was the sort of the filming process. The inside sequences are absolutely fine. That, again, there was also the problem of light, because we were using mostly candles and trying to keep as least artificial light as humanly possible. Because we tried it with a lot of artificial light. We opened up all the barn doors on the light, and it just sort of looked really weird. We just couldn't. It wasn't like it was really obvious why it looked weird. It just didn't look good. It was just one of those feeling things. It just didn't look good. So in the end, we stopped using artificial light, and we changed to just a complete metric ton of candles. I mean, a lot of candles. Like we cleaned out candle shops. Anyway, so that is what the filming process was like. Overall, for my contribution, a lot of the shots I was in front of the camera, so I really couldn't contribute to the focus or just general tweakings. Although I did give creative input on where the camera should be, how high or low it should be, what angle the camera should be, and that's what I felt like was like for most of the shots. Occasionally, when Ben was in shot and I was behind the camera, I had a lot more creative. I can't think of the word now. A lot more freedom. Let's call it creative freedom to mess around with focus, pull focus. I think that's in one of the shots. Angles, height, all that. So that's really what the nitty gritty is down to. Is sort of I was at the front of the camera more often than I was behind it, because that's the nature of the production, and I was the main character, which I can't help. I'm sorry, I'm good at it. But yeah, actually, that's a lot of the time I was more good. I think my contribution was more based around where the shot should be, what it should look like, how high, stuff like that. There was a couple of shots which, obviously I'm not going to be right on every single one. Me and Ben both bounced ideas off each other, and yeah. So what else was there? Yeah, a couple of shots I actually decided myself. I think the shot where he walks in and he sees the board is on top of a filing cabinet, and that was my idea. It was a really good shot in the end. I quite liked it, mostly because it was my idea. But overall, I feel like I contributed well to the filming, and I wasn't just sort of going, yeah, that's a good shot. Yeah, I was sort of saying, well, would it be better if we did it this way? So that might have been why we were taking so long to film it, because I was questioning every shot. But overall, I feel I contributed well to the shots and the production as a whole. Thank you.